Yo, 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 yo. What it do? What it do? Man, I didn't get to I didn't get to go live yesterday. I had a game I had to coach on Sunday, so I had to miss the second half. So I came home. As soon as I came home, I ate and popped up the second half, man. And watching that, I have to say this. I can't wait till that all 22 come out. Because I want to see some things. Hoodlum, what's happening? I want to see some things, man. Some things just wasn't adding up to me a little bit, man. You know? So, y'all know, even though my scouting report was quick, it was on point. Not letting the Giants get into a rhythm. Take away the quick passing game. They needed to, especially early on. The Cowboys failed to do that. Now, granted, the Giants, there was a couple play calls that was pretty solid from Kafka. Maybe he heard what I had to say about him and, changed up a little bit because there was some decent little calls, right? There was one where we gonna get on there. Diggs getting toasted, bro. He playing it for short. Boom, he go up the top on him. Boom, big play over the head. We're gonna talk about Diggs. Donovan Wilson have to go. You know the cold thing about that hoodlum? When they gave him that bread, I said it was a mistake to begin with. It was pointless to give him that bread. I can always find a cheaper Donovan Wilson. Finding a Donovan Wilson ain't hard to find. But finding a Harrison Smith type of player, then that's when you might want to go ahead and give up that chalupa. But seeing how he ain't no Harrison Smith, no Earl Thomas back there, then yeah, self-explanatory. So in our reality, and looking at the final score, the Giants should have pretty much put up like 50 on you. The Giants should have put up 50 on you, really, especially from the start of the game. It should have been like 21-3, homie. And if it would have been, and the Giants wasn't messing up themselves, penalties, the Giants probably could have ended up blowing you out. But because the Giants did what the Giants do, they gave you an opportunity. Let's begin. We're going to start from the beginning. We're going to start with the O first. So one of the things that I said was Jaden Blue should have been active. It's funny. They make exceptions, right? I hear rumblings that Jaden Blue don't know the playbook. But yet we accept bad safety play. Yet we accept wide receivers jogging on their routes. Yet we accept wide receivers not running good routes. A lack of effort. A lack of attention to detail. But yet we draw the line on him not knowing the playbook when it looks like he ain't the only one that don't know the playbook. What's so hard about telling them, hey, we running this and hey, run this screen, hey, we hitting this toss? What's so hard about that? What's so hard about that? Now, granted, Javonte Williams had a good game, and we spoke about Javonte Williams signing. Now, I thought that was probably one of the better free agent signings that the Dallas Cowboys have had in the last, I don't know how long. And he's starting off the season pretty solid. But you are going to need more down the line. And I don't know if the more that the Dallas Cowboys are going to need down the line for that running back position, I don't know if Jonavante Williams can provide that for you. And you'll see what I'm talking about down the line. O-line, O-line. O-line did not answer my questions. They did not. See, first half, right? Tyler Guyton, he struggled some. Second half, and looking at him, it seemed that he made some adjustments and it was better. But as I mentioned, what gets Tyler Guyton in trouble is when he misses with his hands. And I seen there was a couple of times, I think it was Brian Burns was on him, that Brian Burns had gave him some work. He dipped underneath and shit, he missed his hands bad. I see Cooper Beebe got hurt. They say he got a high ankle, so he out a couple months. So Hoffman in the picture. But Cooper Beebe wasn't playing the best ball to begin with. So maybe he can get his mind right because he wasn't playing the best ball. Like I said, the best thing probably in regards to this offensive line is the interior pass blocking and keeping that pocket clean. And for the most part, especially with Big Dexter Lawrence in there, right, they was able to do a solid job. Terrence Steele, still Terrence Steele, garbage as hell. Still garbage. But he looked pathetic. You're going to have to bench him. Terrence Steele is pathetic. I don't know how it took these people so long to realize that, but Terrence Steele is hot garbage. Hot garbage. And he going to get your quarterback killed. He going to get your quarterback killed, homie. If they don't sit over there and address that, hey, man. All right. So Hoffman, see, one thing I like about Hoffman is that Hoffman is more aggressive. He nastier. And we all know in the game of football, your will, I think Michael Irvin even said this too, and I wholeheartedly agree. Will sometimes, or a lot of the times, over skill when it comes down to this football. And one thing that I see that Hoffman got more than a lot of them O-linemen most likely on your squad is his will, even though he didn't got the skill like everybody else, but he got some will. So I think Hoffman for the next couple months, he should be okay. He should be okay. Should be okay. He should be okay. Foe, even though that pick, I was like, that pick looked a little man early in the second half. But Foe did solid. I for what Foe does, I had no complaints about Foe this game. And I ain't got no complaints. Yes, the Giants, but I ain't got no complaints about Foe. About time he used his legs. I mean, that's all what I've been asking for. I didn't ask for the boy to be Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. I'm just saying, when the Cowboys need it, can we get it? And he was able, toward the end of the game, use them legs. Now, would I like more of that? Yes. I'm not asking for 10 carries. I'm just saying, man, situationally, man, to help keep the defense honest, can we use them legs a little bit more? And he did that in Foe, whether because it was playing the Giants, a division rival that he's comfortable with or not. Foe had he looked comfortable out there. You know, his head wouldn't. He didn't get rattled from what I seen. So in a shootout, even though the game really should have been a shootout, and we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Foe did solid from what I seen, and we definitely. Now I know like there was some ball placement things, but hey, that just come with him. Like I said, if you're gonna pay a quarterback $60 million, he got to win a game like that for you. I had put in the notes the battle of the undisciplined teams. I see Schottenheimer looked at a little film in regards to that inside release that Turpin had for the score. We talked about that in the session in regards to the Giants giving up that inside release in the red zone. and we was able to get a quick little tug off that. Now Turpin is hurt. Now I don't know the extent. I was hearing it was a neck because I was watching the condensed version when I came back, so I didn't really get to see, but I was hearing it was a neck. So hopefully Turpin is good in regards to that. Uh, CD, hey, look, man, CD had a better game, but bro, I was just looking at how CD reacted to some of that physical play. Hey, boy, CD got to toughen up, homie. He got to toughen up. I think now word is out that really that CD Lamb hella soft, and if we muck him up, get physical with him, he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't coming hard. He gonna take it just like he did against old boy, slammed him. He doing this. I think something happened with the PI, and he out here doing some little pointy thing, whatever the hell he was doing. I don't know what that was, boy. But you getting slammed and all this, homie. Of course you're gonna do work. We talked about he should do work against that giant secondary. Man, it's barbecue chicken, just like it should have been barbecue chicken last week. So we expected CeeDee Lamb to do that. Pickens, hey, look, Pickens, when he run his route toward the sideline, bro, and him not leaving space, bro, hey, you're going to have to exit that out. You're going to have to exit that out. It looked like a little bit they started doing a little bit some of the stuff that Pickens was comfortable with, you know, some of the slants. He scored a tug. What did he have? 5 for 68 or something like that? He had like 5 for 68. To be honest with you, I'm still not impressed. For what he did, I'm not impressed. I'm telling you, that boy just don't get no separation, homie. So that's just, he's going to struggle a lot. He going to struggle a lot. He going to struggle a lot. Because he just doesn't get separation, and his route running ain't the best. You know? Looking at these Cowboys, it's different, bro. It just don't seem right. But it is funner. It is more bearable to watch because we know why. So it is more bearable. I mean, I know it was a fun game for the fans, you know, and I guess enjoying the shootout and stuff and having something exciting and having the game-winning kick, you know, by the kicker, and you know what I'm saying, the kicker go to OT. And like I said, we're gonna explain why that shouldn't have happened anyway. But you know, at least I guess you could say the Cowboys is more enjoyable to watch. They are. They are. They are. Javonte has some timely plays out there, running hard, running fools over. The way I want to run it back going, especially that got some size to him, man. Bring a level of physicality to the game. I like that. Javonte had a good game, especially for a team that got a good front too. You know, I know they undisciplined though, but talent-wise, they got a good front. It's up to that coach to get them disciplined, homie. But like I said, it was really the battle of the scrubs, man. And I guess the better scrub came out on top yesterday. I think he had 18 for 97, if I ain't mistaken. The Cowboys had 100 yards overall rushing the ball, which is what you need a game, you know. But hopefully, like I said, Turpin ain't out because we already ain't got no speed as it is. And Tober hella weak, bro. I seen that little throw on the sideline, bro. Tober hella weak. The rookie, from what I seen, like I said, he did pretty cool. From what I've seen, keeping my eye on him. Of course, I'm gonna find out more when that all 22 drop. I think it should drop tonight. But the rookies seem to do okay from what I've seen. He seem to do okay. Let's look at this defense, though, homie. First and foremost, I've seen that they finally brought in Jadeveon Clowney. And from the look of it, it probably was a money situation, but they paid the boy. I think he getting $6 million. So they done brought him in. That's going to help. That's going to help with the run on the edge, especially when you got these undisciplined ends that you have on the edge. That's going to help. See, the cool thing about it is with Tracy, and even though I think Tyrone Tracy solid personally. I think if he was with a better team, I think Tyron Tracy would be a good running back, but he with the Giants, homie, with that bad offensive line. And then they was running it with the white boy, Scatterboo. Um, so we already knew to expect a little bit more downhill. The threat of really getting outside wasn't really too much for him. So of course you was gonna see improvement though. But against the run, like I said, this addition of Kenny Clark, you can see a big difference in the run defense. It's funny how when you get a solid nose on how much you can improve your run defense. Now your linebackers ain't worth a damn, but your D tackles have improved. And Osa, even though I still see some of the things that Osa's still doing some Osa stuff, because I seen one thing, Osa was trying to shed a block, man. That boy pretty much got pushed and that fell on his ass like 7 yards downfield with the linebackers. You know I don't like seeing no D tackle get done like that, homie. But other than that, you know, Osa is able to play a little bit better because he has a better nose, whether he's able to take up the double or just get upfield to have that attention and leave Osa a lot of the times, man, just shedding one, unless he got to defeat the down block from the tackle. But yeah, man, that first drive for the Giants, man, that was like the tone setter. Because man, what did Russ throw? Like 450 or something like that? Unacceptable, bro. Unacceptable. But the thing about it is with the Cowboys, nobody's still getting off blocks in that front. Nobody getting off blocks consistently. Let me see. Like I said, if it wasn't for the mistakes, they should have probably put up 50 on you. Diggs getting cooked, 3rd-and-1 for a bomb. Let's talk about Diggs, homie. See, this is the thing, bro. What we doing is we expect a number 1 corner behavior from a number 2 corner at best. We expect a number 1 corner behavior from a number 2 corner at best. He is not that. See what it was, right? I think so, I forgot who said this though, but it's the truth. Could have been me, sure, I don't know. But he been protected by that pass rush. He was protected by that pass rush with Quinn. Regardless if the run defense was bad, he was protected by that pass rush. And now that you see the past couple years with no pass rush, yeah, because we didn't have one last year too with old boy, you see he has been struggling because he's not protected by that pass rush. Even Bama, when he was with Bama, you had a level of protection. There's no way, bro, that Malik Neighbors should be cooking him like that. Cooked him what? Twice? 3 times? For big plays and important plays at that. For important plays in the game, though, not just for a big play. I mean, sometimes a corner give up a play. Hey, okay. But in big time situations, he's giving up plays, bro. But this is who bro. You might as well ship him to Green Bay too. What can I get for that? Can I get Savion in return or something? Might as well ship him over too. Because what he doing? Because I see they don't even really throw it to Savion like that. They want to give him carries. All right, cool. Let's come up over here, man. And bring him up over here if that's what we doing. Tearing the defense up. Him and Wan'Dale Robinson up the seam. Your linebackers, bro. Look, man, Sanborn is just not athletic, bro. You're going to have to swap that out. You're going to have to get you another one, homie. And why Maris ain't getting much PT from what I've seen with these linebackers, I don't get it. Especially, that's how you know this defensive coordinator really trash, homie. Yes, because a part of that is his coaching too, homie. Because we didn't even give up stuff like that last year. But now all of a sudden, homie, this what we doing? I'm telling you, it's coaching. Man, Eberflus ain't coaching jack squat, homie. Eberflus ain't coaching jack squat, homie. Nothing. 50 points against the Giants, homie? Bro, I know Russell Wilson is an improvement, but he ain't that much of an improvement for you to damn near really should have been giving up 50 points to the Giants if they didn't mess up the first couple touchdowns. And then at the end, bro, you give up that tug at the end. Come on, bro. Now we got to sit over there and make $1 out of 15 cents because you can't be disciplined. You can't keep bodies in front of you, homie. You can't actually play bend but don't break defense. Come on, family. You break that quick? Come on, fam. Eberflus is trash. Morris, like I said, if this team needs pressure, and that's one of the better things that Morris Leofau does, then why are we not rushing him? Why are we not at least rushing him on third down when damn near every time he rushes, he get home? Don't make no sense. Loke, what's happening? Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure, hot boy, for sure. Rob Marinelli, 2 point. Yep, Dallas fan. Yep, for sure. Shoot, but we got, the only thing, the difference is, we got to the quarterback a teeny bit better with Tank and all them. For sure. For sure, Giants lost that. They lost that earlier in the game when they didn't execute them couple tugs at the beginning. When they get to the 2, they was punching that in. That's 7. The penalty and all. Shit. Like I said, it should have been 21-3 at the beginning of the game. Should have been 21-3. And the whole game plan would have went out the window if that thing would have been 21-3 with Schottenheimer. Because now you can't play your game and you're not even equipped to do what you got to do to even get back in that game. So he got to play from behind or keep it close. The way Schottenheimer coaches. But them DBs, poorly coached, homie. I was looking at one play with the linebackers, Damone Clark and Ken Murray, soft ass. They were supposed to be closing in. They both had the angles, man. They just closing in side to side, bro. And both of them missed the tackle, homie. And he got an extra few yards. I said, bro, if this ain't some of the softest stuff that I've ever seen, homie, that was ridiculous. Ain't nobody getting pressure because why? We can't get the edge, bro. I keep telling y'all, man. We can't. They don't, bro. Hopefully, Clowney, I know he might have lost a step, but hopefully Clowney can address some of that. Whoever the linebacker coach, and it's still McCurley, if I ain't mistaken, and Eberflus, who's supposed to be a specialist when it come down to that too, bro. I don't get it. That mixing and look, Overshown, he'll make a little difference though, but there's some things that he can't make a difference on because you need a real mic next to him. That's what need to be priority. And there's a couple mics out there that ain't getting paid. That ain't really getting PT that can contribute. You missed out. You missed out on that one Ohio State backer. You missed out on that Iowa linebacker that was real good. That what we was talking about that really can play. And he with the Vikings, homie. You missed out on Pace. He with the Vikings. Like you didn't have opportunities, bro, to get cheaper at that linebacker, but get some real linebackers up the middle, homie. Sanborn, he be hella slow. I seen him miss that tackle in the backfield. Look, even if he in a position because he lack athleticism, he's still gonna miss some plays. He's still gonna miss some plays. That was a pathetic excuse. Well, and I've been saying too, man. Elam just sucked, homie. I know they was talking about maybe a change of scenery, bro. But when I looked at that boy, man, bro, he just sucked, homie. He sucked, and he ain't got no pass rush to help him out. Elam is cooked food. He cooked food, family. He cooked food. But one thing I can say to who played better, Jay Toa. Jay Toa played a lot better than what he did that first game. A lot better. Maybe it could have been because the offensive line wasn't at the level that it was the previous week, but Jay Toa played a lot better. Like I said, when I get on Mozzie about that, I got to get on him too. Maybe it was because it was there. But then, even with the trash line, he played better than what Mozzie would have did. So, like I said, he's just a better player than Mozzie just to begin with. But it was an improvement. So hopefully that thing is going to carry out the next couple weeks. Hopefully it's going to carry out the next couple weeks. He did look a lot better this game. That's one thing I can tell you. You know, I think I seen Donovan with a little pressure, but he was non-existent. I'm gonna tell you why it's concerning that you couldn't get no pressure, bro. Andrew Thomas was not playing. Their right tackle was already cooked food. Their right guard slow-footed. And then you got pretty much the damn near the backup tackle at one point in time getting benched because he was messing up. So now you damn near got what, the third string tackle in, and we still not heating stuff up, bro. We're going against a tackle that you probably would have seen in preseason, and you can't get pressure, bro, with your first team, homie. Bro, you got to fix that with a real rusher. There, I seen some talking about Hendrickson. Yes, go get him. He played the right way. Go get Hendrickson. He ain't the most athletic though, but boy, that boy used them hands in that effort, homie. Hendrickson is like on the level of, see, there's like phases of this, right? Right? You got your Wares, your Von Millers, Garrett type stuff, and then you got the next level after that. You got like the Tank Lawrences, right? Like the Joey Bosa type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like there's levels to this, right? And then you got your Sam Williams Fowlers after that, and then they just shaboobala boopy. They just boosy. And you get somebody like Henderson, that's more. I mean, because Henderson really you're out there giving him work because the standard of football is just lower. So he more in that Tank Lawrence realm, which will be good enough because even though Tank Lawrence wasn't on that DeMarcus Ware level, he still was a number one pass rusher type of dude when he was in his prime. So somebody like that will help this team tremendously. And if they did, and seeing how Joe Burrow is out 3 months, and they might damn near be like, man, this season is a wash because he's out 3 months, maybe they might pull that trigger. I'm gonna tell you like this, Jerry. I don't know. It kind of seemed like a little lately. Sometimes you've been listening a little bit, homie. And if you're listening, if Hendrickson is on your radar, pull that trigger, homie. Pull it. If you talking about Super Bowl, pull that trigger, family. Pull it. Pull that trigger, family. You already overpaid for somebody who can't get no separation. You're going to give a third and a fifth for somebody who can't get no separation at wide receiver? We too slow. See, we got that Washington Redskin problem. No speed. Where the speed at? Where the speed at? Other than Turpin, where the speed at on his roster when we come down to the perimeter? Where is it at? You ain't got it. You ain't got it. Who winning quick? You better go call the Giants up and see what they want for Wan'Dale Robinson. You better go call the Colts up and see what they want for Downs. You better go call the Panthers up and see what they want for Renfro. You better see if you maybe can offer something nice to go see if you can go get McConkey. You need somebody that can win real quick, man. You got CD on the outside, cool. You made an investment in J-Hop. I guess that's cool. But who winning quick? If you're gonna roll with all these little receivers, because Dak don't know how to give George Pickens the ball, man. You can see it. They still not on the same page the way they should be. But CD, you look at the way I ain't trying to hear it because, bro, he's just the type of player that he is, bro. Because he was in sync with Amari Cooper. He was in sync more with Amari Cooper when he first got here than he is with George Pickens, if you remember that. So he's throwing that. So he's throwing decent little balls to CD, but he's still off of Pickens because the type of wide receiver Pickens is. That's the way Dak throw that rock. That's not what he do. That's not him. And when we're gonna go against a better team, and some of them throws that he threw yesterday, it's gonna get picked off, homie. So let's not practice bad habits. Let's practice better habits, bro, and let's learn to do something. You need to be running more. Hey, look, Pickens do need to run better routes, but you need to be running more slants and stuff with Pickens, though. Shit, if anything, some more comebacks. You need to put him on some comebacks, some slants. You trying to keep putting him on some deep ball situations. He ain't no burner. They running with him toe to toe all the time, and he got to make a spectacular catch just to go ahead and make the down something plus. He ain't got it, homie. So you need to be running him. You need to be running them Dez Bryant routes with him. You need to be running them Dez Bryant routes with him. If they keep talking about how they think like he's similar to him, well, then you need to be running them Dez Bryant routes with him. Is the front office in a win now situation or rebuilding? It seems like they just want to do enough to keep people watching. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they're rebuilding. I think they honestly think that this team is Super Bowl worthy. I honestly think this team is Super Bowl worthy, and not only looking at the move, right? Because look, you made the move to ship old boy out to get more picks. He's going to use that pick, one of them picks at least for something. So you got 4 first-round picks, and you can use something this year, right? You made a play for Pickens. You signed Bland. You got Diggs. You lock up Tyler Smith. You lock up Ferguson. You got Dak, the highest paid quarterback in the league, and you invest in your offensive lineman to help offset some of that. So you got Tyler Guyton on his second year of a rookie deal. You got your second year rookie at center on what was he, a 3rd round pick deal? You done drafted a 1st round pick, so all of that's going to be cheaper with the savings, right? You got Terrence Steele probably on a decent deal that you could probably get rid of pretty soon, and you just invested in one of the better guards in the league, so you had to pay up for that. You got CD. So I honestly think that the Dallas Cowboys really think that they're Super Bowl worthy. And Jerry, I hope Jerry understands that the way this roster is made up, especially on defense, it's not going to cut it. Bro, in all reality, look, offense, you can get by. It'll be nice if you go get some more speed. But in all reality, offense, you can get by. You can get by. Right? If you can find you, it don't take much. Invest you in something cheaper to go get you somebody that can win quick. You ain't got to be no burner. Just like I said, like a down from the Colts or something. And your offense could be cool. But that defense is the one that needs to be invested in. All right. So you'll get Bland back down the line, right? Okay. So if your investment, right? Because teams like look at the Lions. They went to the NFC Championship with some trash cornerbacks and stuff, with some trash secondary, but they invested in the front 7. Okay, that's what I think the Dallas Cowboys need to do, especially with the way that Eberflus calls his defense. The way he wants to get after the quarterback, right? He really want to get after the quarterback, right? Because he really want to rely on his front 7, right? His front 4. Mainly, just like the Giants wanted to do, the way that they built. You're gonna have to invest in that front 7 and that defense. You're gonna have to get a better Mike linebacker, and you're gonna have to go get a real pass rusher. Appreciate that, Dallas fan. And FO99, he said Micah has the same amount of sacks as Kenny Clark, and Clark is a 1 tech. When it comes down to that, I don't really pay too much attention to that. But one thing I can tell you, because I haven't really watched old boy. I mean, of course, we're going to watch him pretty soon, because I think we play him in another week or two. So, of course, we're going to be paying attention to what he's been doing. But I'm gonna tell you this though. I can tell you this, just not even from a statistical point of view. His impact is much greater these past couple weeks than what Michael Parsons could ever do for this team. Bro, if okay, let's be real. Let's be real. If you had number 11 that game and you didn't have Kenny Clark, the Giants would have ran over 100 yards too. They would have had 100 yards rushing for sure. And because the best thing for the Giants was trying to pound that thing inside, and you see what I think the what's his name had like 11 for 45. Tracy, he didn't have that much. You can see, like, all right, now let's go ahead and put this, let's put this in somebody else's hands. Now we can't run on the Cowboys in the middle like we used to. That impact of him being solid right there is greater than what number 11 can ever give by beating on scrub tackles and scrub teams and stat pattern like that. Loke says Tolbert runs like his feet hurt and his DB and his DB play looks for. So the Bears got trash little defense. We gonna check that out. We get ready. Yeah, we get ready to look at the film. We get ready to look at the film. I know Caleb Williams is some hot garbage though. But if we can't get to him when we done letting him break plays in that secondary, man, they gonna make Caleb Williams look like a number one pick. With that secondary though, but shit, yeah. They better not let somebody who go get his nails painted, man, at the salon, man, drop 350 on him. Oh, for sure. For sure, defense is the weak link. You think the Clowney move was a question mark? Yeah, we'll see how I do. No training camp. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting. I think the move was definitely needed to like give it a try at least. I think they needed to at least give it a try. So we'll see how it go. But Kenny Clark and Osa need a pass rusher next to them on the outside now. Okay, we pay Osa. You brought Kenny in there. Let's go get them a pass rusher on the side, a real one, a real one, a real one. Somebody that can win their one-on-one matchup. And I think that I think the defense will look a whole lot better. Shoot, if I had to give you a few, since D tackle would be something. McDonald from the Jets, Will Anderson from the Texans, Danielle Hunter from the Texans, Nolan Smith from the Eagles, since you want to trade with them. One of the Giants pass shit. Burns. Bro, I'm trying to think in my head, man. No, I wouldn't say Judon. Not for this team, not Judon. Bro, I'm missing like 2-3 more on my down piece. Can't think of it right now. It'll come to me later on. But you get the picture though. They gonna need somebody. Bro, if they say, hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. If the New York Jets said we want a first round pick from McDonald, I'm giving it that to him right now. Wouldn't even hesitate. Jerry Jones, if you listen to me right now, if the New York Jets say we want a first round pick from McDonald, you better give it to him right now, homie. Right now. Right now. Right now. No hesitation. There's nothing to think about. There's nothing to say other than let's go ahead and finish the deal. That's it, homie. There's some that they can acquire. They just gonna have to do that, and they're gonna get another Mike linebacker too. Shit, the one I was looking at in the draft, man. I think he was Oakland or Vegas, whatever. He's sitting on the bench over there, homie. Then we're gonna get that one that I was talking about with Iowa that the Vikings got. I don't know if he get PT, but if he ain't, shoot, Better go get that. So there's some opportunities, bro, to be able to bring something in that can really make a impact for this team right now. It's just a matter of, do they know what they're doing? Do they know what they're doing? That's the question. I think I see Deuce Vaughn. Did I see Deuce Vaughn get picked up by like Baltimore or something like that? Am I tripping? He got picked up by somebody. I think it was Baltimore or something. Shoot, if that's the case, that might be a good little scenery for that boy. Give Derrick Henry a spiel and give him a little speed. Shit. And we are messing stuff up. You know? But yeah, man, look, the Dallas Cowboys, right? With this NFL, the way the NFL is like, in her reality, like I said, the Dallas Cowboys, especially their defense, they huck. Oh, he with the Broncos. Okay. Shit, that's still a good pick. Him and RJ Harvey should go to Young. Shit, yeah, but shit, a good little pick for him. Oh, he was Sean Payton, Darren Sproles. Watch him work. Oh, you see how we put 2 and 2 together on that? Darren Sproles, Sean Payton. Shit, watch him work. Watch him get his opportunity. Dallas Cowboys gonna regret that. They gonna regret that. Smart. At least Sean Payton living in reality. But he wasn't living in reality with Bo Nix. But at least he but you living in a little reality now. You living in reality now. Watch that boy work. He said the Dallas Cowboys need a running back. Would I get a 3 down? Absolutely, I would. I'll get a playmaker. Because you got to understand pretty soon, bro, like if you ain't got nobody that can beat you deep, if you ain't got nobody that can beat you deep, homie, other than Turpin and everybody playing up, what we doing here? They're gonna make this thing harder than what it should be. Cause I don't even get how they would even consider George Pickens to be a deep threat. And the boy looked like he run like a 4.7 40. Who would you trade for? Broncos kick him apart. Man, who would you trade for? You talking about like on the defense? Bo Nix can ball. I think Bo Nix trash. Just like Jason McCarthy, I think he trash too. Bo Nix was like a super senior and still didn't grow to me. I think that was a waste of pick. I think that was a real waste of pick. Just like I don't even think Herbert good either. I don't think a lot of these quarterbacks that they hyping up good. But yeah, if they said I had to pick one, bro, McDonald easily from the Jets. Easy. None debate. Oh yeah, McDonald. Easy. With McDonald with the Jets. Easy. Not even thinking about it. No hesitation. No hesitation. Because I know that his presence will change this team tremendously. Now you got somebody that requires more attention on the outside, that can win his one-on-one consistently, that came in the league light and still growing into his body like Randy Gregory had to, and still getting double-digit sacks, homie. Remember was it 2 years ago? I had 3 premium pass rushers. It was Will McDonald, Will Anderson, and Nolan Smith. For sure. But if we had to go a cheaper route, man, what's up with Danielle Hunter, though? He still can play. From what I seen last year, he still can play. I don't know how you doing now, right now, but he still can play. I'll instantly pull that trigger. And they need to go get a mic. You can keep your secondary the way it is, because I understand that you can't fix everything, but that'll help your secondary, and then help them to be able to play that bend but non break defense that he wants to play, and not having to put them in position that in our reality they're not built for it. But if we get into the quarterback, man, that's going to change the way that offenses get ready to attack you if we can get there. And then I will go ahead and y'all know me. I don't really like Leah Fowl like that as a linebacker, but I know he a hell of a blitzer, and I'll send him. I'll be sending him every third down, anywhere I want to. Anywhere I want to. Probably send him on the edge, because he damn near probably get to the quarterback better than kneeling in 41. I'm just saying. But I can't wait for that all 22 to come out. I think it come out tonight. I believe it come out tonight. So we're going to check that out. See what's going on, man. Is that, like I said, I think Turpin, if Turpin got to miss an extended amount of time, that's going to hurt more than Cooper Beebe. Cooper Beebe wasn't playing good football since the season started. He wasn't playing good football. But Turpin's presence will be missed more than Beebe would. We'll see how that go, man. But anyway, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I should have a little bit more. We should be able to whip something up this week and kind of look at what was going on, man. So as soon as that thing dropped, man, I'm gonna start looking and write some clips down. Number 11 claiming he's focused on football and Green. Hey, there ain't nothing but to do but focus over there. But he gonna find a way to mess that thing up over there. Shoot, man, he messed up his little podcast career up over there, homie. And he done messed up his life after football a little bit. And Green Bay not gonna play with him, because they gonna see that they gonna see what he really about. Man, that's that day might messed up his career trying to play hardball with Jerry Jones, homie. I'm glad Jerry Jones, out of all the things he got wrong, I'm glad he got that right, man. But anyway, man, I'm up out of here. Gone.